Praise gamer press sales. God bless our favorite company, Valve Corporation, the best thing to happen to the absolute kings of gaming, the PC gamers. Huzzah, brothers, join us as we blindly keep up with a company that constantly makes more and more mistakes with little to no backlash or criticism. Okay, by now there's plenty dislikes, average watch duration was tipped off enough, and comment section is what comment sections are. Today, I'm going to take a critical look at the very, very big things and actions Valve has took in the past several years that I think weren't really judged enough or, at all, and are adding up into something that, personally, I don't think should be globally accepted as much as it currently is. The sentence, "there's too many games on Steam," is incomplete. Steam is an under-moderated mess of games, mods, and reviews that all have some degree of overview, yeah, but any browsing session on most sections of Steam will be immediately flooded with trash of all kinds. First up, reviews. Scoring in reviews is something always up to debate, 1 to 100 being too broadly weird, 7s and 8s feeling meaningless, review websites being scared of real ranks, meaning to numbers across genres, scoring systems versus actual experience, letting people rank games always grants weird results. And Steam's take on this inevitably controversial decision was funny. Along with the kind of straightforward like or dislike buttons that do have a clear meaning on buy or not, Steam reviews became a talent show, memes of Steam reviews being either silly, ridiculously bad, or ironic, inspired every second smartest out there to try and scrape internet likes by being the funniest, memeiest first review on Steam. Displaying meme reviews as their own category and not hiding them by default did solve the problem of memes overthrowing actual reviews to a degree, but giving these a spotlight will make most people have a negative reaction on so many games based off of one-off memes. Seeing those will be much easier to spread and share around the internet through social media. Early trolls, idiots, and general confused reviews can quickly spark off groundless discussions, such as this just classic awful Celeste review claiming that the game is about radical feminism, seeing it has female characters, and of course causing gaming news websites, go figure, to talk about it as if it's an actual discussion that's in any way relevant to anything besides a troll or idiot being a troll or idiot, respectively. My kind of moderation problem here is that the useless implementation of this funny review button just ended up causing much more problems than solutions. And second, I want to go over Steam Workshop, and as someone who is part of a big mod distributed mainly via Steam Workshop with over 22,000 current mod subscribers, I think I have right to talk about my experience with this, even though I'm not the one in the team that works on stuff like bug fixing and updating. The Workshop is a perfect place for disaster, from the early minutes of Isaac modding sparkling such wonders such as Black Isaac and Play Antibirth. Anything can pass as an actual attempt if you'd ask someone. You can't filter anything since it might be of long effort. And there's also no safety measurements Steam forces on mods. I tested, you can upload a mod only consisting of a ROM of Super Mario World in the metadata file, and it's on the Workshop. Link in the description, download it, I guess. Don't. Actually, I'll take it down after recording this and getting footage. Anyway, there's no limits to what can be posted, and although this is the nature of user-submitted content, the reason this is an issue is this is Steam. This is the emperor of gaming software distribution on PC, and if anyone needs a funny button, it's this. Categories are a blur because of memes, and you can apply tags to mods, and who said the mods should listen to you when you tell them to tag something? This isn't this big of an influence can allow. And as a finisher, Valve obviously gives minor thought for the servers running the Workshop, so when updating our big mod pack, there's an up to 24-hour delay between us pushing the update and some people receiving it, not to mention publishing the mod to great anticipation while it wasn't available among all regions of Steam servers made a lot of noise for a very important day for us. Let us at least know who's able to see it, and when it's fully visible on all servers, and then we can spread the message. Leading to my final problem with Steam and Valve's content moderation issues, the actual Steam store. Back in 1983, after the gaming industry crashed down because of garbage games being heavily marketed and pushed to consumers, Nintendo, a good company, decided only to officially license and allow publishing of games after they were reviewed by testers and quality assurance teams from Nintendo themselves. And no company could publish more than 5 games a year, so when they do release a game, they'll want it to be as high quality as possible in order for it to sell and strike up an audience, and not just cash in on something simple for release and make a high price tag with no second thoughts. Steam's quality control is abysmal. I doubt there's even any actual people that are meant to say if a game is good or not. Just make sure it isn't strictly malware, and yeah, there you go, get yourself a moneymaker. This is the same in services like Google Play, but there, new apps have to be discovered by actual user interest and search terms to be promoted somehow. Steam just has this new releases section that on platforms like the Switch eShop are a fun way to know what just became available and will now be part of the library of generally good games. On Steam, it's a rare sight to just boot up new releases and find something of true high quality. While not all Switch games are perfect, Steam is just an absolute mishmash of tech demos, dating sims, and student projects that, yeah, well, you can appreciate those to a degree, and they're never expected to be any good or high quality, and if they're still not good games. If Steam really wants anyone to respect their platform and use it and often and not only the search engine or feature AAA releases, they have to get some serious quality control. Which of course comes down to their obvious greed, where they don't have any QA testers, seeing how every game published gives them money and every purchase of said game does so too. So why bother testing? Well, hello, settle on down kids and activate Windows 2. A very interesting story time. We have the Handbook for New Employees at Valve Corporation by Valve Press. I'm pretty sure this is the only thing they ever printed out. First edition, 2012. I don't know if there's anything else available, but let's go. A fearless adventure in knowing what to do when no one's there telling you what to do. Oh, right. So if you haven't been aware, Valve's way of organizing their company is, wait, let me just find the page that says it. There we go. Welcome to Flatland. Hierarchy is great for maintaining predictability and repeatability. It simplifies planning. But when you're an entertainment company that spent the last decade going out of its way to recruit the most intelligent, innovative, talented people on Earth, telling them to sit at a desk and do what they're told obliterates 99% of their value. We want innovators, influencers, and that means maintaining an environment where they'll flourish. What does any of this mean? Like, oh, is it supposed to be like funny for like the one guy who wrote this? Like, here's my problem. You're gonna see a lot in the manual. I'm gonna put up the other pages right now. Is that this entire thing feels like it's written about aperture science or something to lure people into thinking that, yeah, the company totally isn't doing insane legal things. But this just isn't something you should feel like when joining an actual real company. It's not how you should present yourself. Like, it's a joke, I get it, but this is very weird. This is a classic one. Why does your desk have wheels? Oh my god, it's like Valve just wanted to be the Google of gaming and just like be the cool company that you can come and hang out in. But it doesn't just work like that. You can't let your entire company be the cafeteria. And I'm really struggling to see how exactly this works, because like, why do I need to pick my own products? How do I decide what things to work on? And this is just a classic. Look at it. It's natural in this kind of environment to constantly feel like you're failing, because for every one task you decide to work on, there will be dozen you're not. Trust us, this is normal. If that doesn't sound like some aperture you mean nothing thing, come on. Next thing I want to point out is this just absolute highlight. let me see. Oh, yeah, there it is. The customer is the boss. Every company will tell you that the customer is the boss, but here that statement has weight. There's no red tape stopping you from figuring out out for yourself what our customers want and then giving it to them. There's two ways to look at this sentence. There's the way that, like, okay, we want to make something good, but then there's this option, playtesting, what we do early and often. So by giving playtesters an early look, it makes sense. But when they are your boss, claiming that there isn't a real one, you get stuff like f-stop. Ooh, originally while developing Portal 2, the game was supposed to be based on a brand new mechanic and have the antagonist be Cave Johnson, and there's not gonna be any GLaDOS at all. All we really know of the mechanic is that it was called f-stop, and it made the game Portal without portals. Game maybe. Okay. This mechanic enabled a Portal without portals mechanic by making you able to walk onto whatever you're focused on at the moment. Had a focus mechanic. That I can infer based on the fact that Aperture, the Fang company, is a term in photography and cameras, and also the Aperture logo is a camera shutter, leading me to that. Shout out to Valve News Network for probably planting the idea in my head like 2 years ago, and I cared about Valve much more, like TF2. Anyway, this model was given to playtesters, and what they said was, where's Portal? Where's GLaDOS? And of course, the customer is the boss, and the whole game and its mechanics were removed and never to be seen again, along with, several writers and workers that quit the company after the cooperative decision, totally not single-handedly and obviously made by a company high rank, even though nobody in the team was happy about this choice. No. Manager, the kind of people we don't have any of. So if you see one, tell somebody, because it's probably a ghost. And of course, we have another highlight, in my opinion, that's what is Valve not good at? This company has some downside, which I think are worth the go, but it's worth nothing. And then they list all the things that they just said, oh, it's fine. Like, that we totally don't have any people helping new people. Like, it's fine. Yeah, we don't really get at that, but we wrote this book. It only goes so far. We did it. Mentoring people. Disseminating oh my god. I didn't even notice this first time reading this. Oh my god. Disseminate information internally. That's just a little bit of a problem. Yeah, totally. Missing out on hiring talented people. That's not nice to read. Finding and hiring people, economists, industrial designers. Ooh. Making predictions longer than a few months out. There's the thing, this is like one of those Silicon Valley startups that they actually aren't. They're from Australia. If you present a workplace that's making itself look like a playground where you don't even need to come to work once you've been actually hired, but then make people feel unwelcomed or confused at a theme park, is somehow worse than presenting your own company as a theme park. Steam Market's a good concept, right? You can use money you already gave Valve on in-game items, and other people will receive that virtual money that Valve already has, because, Steam Wallet. Who cares who owns all that imaginary proprietary currency, right? It's a good place to get $1 or $2 for yourself to buy a cheap game, because, hey, you already gave Valve the money, so why not switch off what it's used on? Why? Why is this a thing? Why is it more than 1 cent? Any argument you can raise for this fee can be countered by making 1 cent. That's all you need. It's a meaningless rule made only to restrict users to eventually spend more money for Steam Wallet. And, okay, those are just 6 individual things that I wanted to talk about. You could also mention killing stream greenlight and many others really, but I kind of wanted to finish this video at any point in reality, so I'm gonna end it here. It's crazy to me that people can just accept everything a company does because, oh, they give sales, bless Valve and all. They're the driving force in PC software and gaming distribution, and they're doing nothing to help that stance just because nobody's even close to them. So, yeah, that's that for this one. So, I hope it was interesting. Hope you had a good thought. But bye. How do you end videos?